My dear child, do not treat this as background sound. Do not half listen while your mind wanders elsewhere. This is not a casual word, not a passing encouragement. This is a moment of appointment between me and you. I am asking you to give me your full attention, as if there is nothing else in your world but this voice and this breath. Let your heart sit down. Let your worries stand aside. Let your hands rest. Remain here with me until the final word is spoken. What I am about to say is layered. What you hear now will find its meaning in what you hear later. Do not rush me. Do not rush yourself. This message unfolds layer by layer. Stay with me. Precious one, I give you the treasure of my love. Place it tenderly in 3 longing hearts, and my peace will dwell richly there. You have asked me, Lord, what are you doing with my life? Why has it taken so long? Why do I feel both called and delayed? Today I answer you in a way I have been preparing for years. I am speaking to you about your crown. Not a crown of metal, not a symbol of human achievement, not the glitter of ego or applause. The crown I speak of is identity, authority, healing, maturity, and appointment all woven into one. It is the outward sign of an inner work that has taken much longer than you expected and much deeper than you understood. Listen carefully. This crown is not new. I did not suddenly decide to honor you because you finally became worthy. I am not improvising your destiny. Before you were formed, before your first cry, before your first wound, this crown was prepared. It has waited in the treasury of my intentions, kept in a place no enemy could touch, guarded by my own promise. In the right time, I will place this upon them. Do not let your attention drift from this moment. You need to know this. I have never forgotten what I designed you for. You have forgotten at times. You have doubted. You have compared. You have called yourself behind, late, broken, too mature, not enough. But I have never altered my original intention. I have only been preparing you to bear what I prepared for you. For years you have walked through corridors no one else saw. You endured nights that had no witnesses. You kept believing when no one clapped for you, when no one checked on you, when no one even noticed that you were still standing. You obeyed me in small things when big things seemed silent. You chose integrity when compromise looked easier. You turned back to me after failure instead of disappearing into shame. These are the things that built the place where the crown now rests. Your hidden endurance has been a quiet fire before me. Your unseen faith has been a fragrance in my courts. Your silent obedience hath been more beautiful to me than any performance, any stage, any shouted religion. You have often thought, maybe none of this matters. Maybe I have wasted my years. Hear me. Not one tear you have shed with me has been wasted. Not one lonely decision for holiness hath been unseen. Not one moment where you chose to love instead of harden has been ignored. Every act of faithfulness has been another measure of strength added to your neck, your mind, your heart, so that when the weight of the crown comes, it does not crush you. Beloved, I have written your name on my heart. You are my treasure. Journey with me each day, and I will surround you with light, strength, and beauty untold. Remain with me now. Do not start thinking ahead. What is revealed at the end will make sense of what I am saying now. You have asked me why not earlier. Why did you wait, Lord? If this was always yours to give. Hear my answer with a heart that stays present. I waited because I was protecting you. I waited because I was protecting what I have given you. You were not late. You were preserved. A crown given too soon becomes a snare. Authority without depth becomes a performance. Influence without healing becomes a weapon. I would not let that be your story. There were times you wanted visibility more than restoration. There were seasons you wanted speed more than wisdom. I heard you. I did not despise your longing, but I refused to trade your soul for an accelerated timeline. I love you too much to hand you a crown that would break you. So I led you through hidden years, through refining conversations, through losses that shut the mouths of false companions, through disappointments that exposed shallow structures, through delays that forced your roots deeper. At times you accused yourself. You called yourself so unproductive, weak. But I was strengthening tendons you could not name, fortifying foundations you could not see. What you called stillness, I called construction. This is why, my child, you cannot carry the stories of your past like chains any longer. There is no space on your head for both shame and a crown. There is no room on your shoulders for both the weight of regret and the weight of responsibility I am giving you now. Before the crown can rest, you must release what does not belong to your new name. Let go of your comparisons. They were never a measuring stick from me. When you look to the left and right and say, they are farther, they are faster, they are more, you are using a language that is foreign to my kingdom. Your path has never been parallel to theirs. The terrain I led you through would have broken them. The battles they fought were not yours to fight. You are not late. You are tailored. My dear one, we need your help to move forward in faith. Press super thanks now, or join as a member to strengthen this ministry. Your support keeps God's word flowing to hearts that need it most. Together, we can shine brighter for His glory. Do not let your attention drift. This matters. I am asking you, here in this moment, to set down the script in your mind that says, I should be more by now. I should have achieved this. I should not still feel this. I am not crowning a fantasy version of you. I am crowning who you are, healed in progress, maturing in motion, honest, dependent, surrendered. This crown is not a reward for perfection. It is the mark of partnership. What does this crown mean? It means I am publicly agreeing with what I have been saying over you in private. It means I am entrusting you with a measure of spiritual authority, not to dominate, but to serve. Not to control, but to carry. Not to impress, but to impact. It means that when you speak from alignment with me, chains will loosen, atmospheres will shift, hearts will remember who they are. This crown is a sign of healed identity. No longer will you introduce yourself to yourself by your failures, your delays, your betrayals, your trauma. You will know yourself by what I say and seal upon you. You are mine. You are trusted. You are not an accident surviving. You are an assignment unfolding. This message unfolds layer by layer. Stay with me. The weight of this crown is real. It is not light like costume jewelry. It carries responsibility. It carries wisdom. It carries humility. It carries peace. You will feel it in the way you make decisions, in the way you walk away from what no longer fits, in the way you remain when others flee, in the way you choose truth even when it costs you comfort. But do not fear the weight. The weight is a sign of reality. The plastic crown weighs nothing because it means nothing. The substance of this mantle will press you closer to me, not away. When you feel the weight, remember, my hand rests on top of it, and my strength runs beneath it. You are not bearing this alone. You are ready now. I am not saying you are finished. I am saying you are ready. Time with me has done what time alone never could. You have grown in ways you can't see because you were too busy surviving the process. You are more patient than you were. You are more wise than you were. You are more anchored than you were. You are more gentle with others because you have learned to be more gentle with yourself in my presence. If you could see yourself from my perspective in this moment, you would stop apologizing for existing and start stepping into what has always been yours. Do not treat this as ordinary. Do not multitask your soul. Remain here with me until the final word is spoken. What you hear later will complete what you are hearing now. And now, let me speak to your doubts, the ones that whisper even as you listen. Beloved soul, be a vessel of my radiance. Let it pour forth into the world. With love, we shall bring renewal and joy to the longing spirits. I am too messy. I still struggle. I still feel afraid. I still have questions. I still break down. I do not feel like royalty. I feel like rubble. My child, your awareness of your need does not disqualify you. It protects you. I am not afraid of your weakness. I am not surprised by your humanity. I have factored it in. The crown I am placing on you does not erase your dependence. It deepens it. You will need me in new ways. You will come to me for wisdom, for courage, for restraint, for timing. You will ask me how to respond when others misunderstand you, how to carry honor without pride, how to steward influence without losing your tenderness. In all of this, I will be with you. This is not a promotion away from me. It is a promotion deeper into me. You say, but what if I drop it? What if I fail again? What if I disappoint you? Listen carefully. I did not choose you under the illusion that you would never slip. I chose you knowing every misstep and every recovery, every tear and every turning. The crown does not rest on your flawless performance. It rests on my unwavering decision. You are the one I decided on. Remain in this moment. Do not let your attention drift away to rehearsal of old fears. What is revealed at the end will make sense of the trembling you feel now. Feel me now, as I speak slowly, deliberately. This is the moment of receiving, not striving. You do not have to climb to reach this crown. You do not have to perform for it, bargain for it, or purchase it with exhaustion. You have tried striving. It has left you empty, anxious, burned out. I am not calling you to strain. I am calling you to stand. Simply stand with me, heart open, hands open, and receive what has always been yours in my heart. In the quiet of this very moment, I am placing upon you what I prepared long ago. See it with the eyes of your spirit. I draw near. I lift your chin from the ground of shame. I wipe from your face the dust of comparison. I untangle from your hair the words others spoke over you in anger, envy, or ignorance. I remove the labels that never belonged to you. And then, slowly, I take from the treasury of my intention a crown that has waited patiently with your name inscribed upon it. I do not hesitate. I do not reconsider. I do not negotiate with your insecurity. I know exactly what I am doing. Gently, firmly, I lower this crown upon your head. As it rests, every accusation that said unworthy loses its voice. Every timeline that said too late loses its authority. Every narrative that said forgotten, overlooked, unnecessary dissolves in the light of my choosing. Stay with me. Do not rush away from this part. Let it settle into you. This crown is not for display. It is for purpose. You are not being decorated. You are being designated. This is not about spectacle. This is about assignment. You will feel a new seriousness in the way you carry your days, not heavy like dread, but weighty like meaning. You will sense that your words matter more, that your presence carries something, that your choices ripple further than before. Let that awareness humble you, not haunt you. Humility is not shrinking away from who you are. Humility is agreeing with what I say and bowing your ego to it. With this crown comes increased authority to bless, to heal, to intercede, to stand in the gap, to declare peace into chaos, to hold space for others to return to me. Your life, your story, your scars, your victories, all of it now becomes a channel through which my heart can flow to others. And yet, hear me. You do not need the approval of others to validate what I place. My treasure, I have granted you the blessing of my love. Sow it into 3 hurting hearts, and my peace will rise like the morning sun. Some will not understand the shift in you. Some will try to remind you of who you used to be. Some will be uncomfortable with your new boundaries, your new clarity, your new no as much as your new yes. That is not your problem to fix. Your responsibility is to stay close to me, to walk in the peace and responsibility this crown carries, and to remain teachable in my hands. What I place, no one can remove. They may question it. They may resist it. They may deny it. But they cannot undo what I have done in the deep places of your spirit. No hand can pry from you what my hand has secured upon you. Even when you feel uncertain, even when you must repent and adjust, the assignment remains. The crown may tilt in battle, but it will not be taken. This is not the ending of something. This is a transition into a new way of walking. You will still be laughing, feeling, learning, sometimes weeping. But you will know, in the quiet center of yourself, that something has shifted. That you are no longer circling the same questions of identity. That you are no longer begging for a seat at tables I never called you to. That you are no longer asking permission from people to be who I already said you are. You will move differently, not to oppress them, but to honor me. Do not let your attention drift now. Remain here until the final word. What is revealed at the end will make sense of the beginning. Hear my final affirmations over you. You are ready now, not because you feel ready, but because I say you are. The long preparation was not a waste. It was a weaving. The broken years were not empty. They were sacred ground. The waiting was not absence. It was alignment. What was prepared for you is being placed upon you. This is the hour where your private history with me becomes the foundation for your public obedience to me. This is the time when what you carry in secret begins to overflow into the lives of others, not all at once, not in noisy eruption, but in steady, faithful rivers. Do not run from this. Do not shrink from this. Do not dismiss this as just words. I am not practicing speeches. I am placing realities. The crown I have placed upon you is not for display, but for purpose. You do not need the approval of others. What I place, no one can remove. This moment marks a transition, not an ending. Remain with me. Move forward. The crown rests where it belongs. Precious child, your one click of super thanks or membership can change everything. This community grows because of hearts like yours. Click below, give your support, and help us continue spreading His truth. Your love will be remembered in heaven. My cherished one, you may hesitate, wondering if these words are meant for you alone or if you have simply overheard something intended for another. Let me quiet that doubt. I know exactly where you are. I see you before the questions form on your lips. My attention is not scattered, not divided. In this moment, it rests fully on you. I am not reaching toward you from a distant place or a forgotten past. I am here, present, steady, faithful, meeting you at the very threshold of this day. Plant your feet where you stand. Feel the firmness beneath you. And now draw in a slow, deep breath. Sense how the air enters gently, filling your lungs, waking your body. This breath is not random or ordinary. It is a daily gift, a quiet reminder that I have not given up on your story. Each morning arrives carrying mercy, carrying possibility, carrying proof that your life is held in my care, not balanced on your fear, not dependent on yesterday's failures, but anchored securely in me. The world will rush toward you soon enough. Voices will compete for your attention. Needs will line up, urgent and loud, demanding your strength before you have gathered it. But before you answer any of them, I ask you to remain with me just a little longer. Let my voice be the first one you trust today. Let my peace settle over you like a gentle covering, lighter than anything you carry, yet stronger than every worry pressing against your mind. You do not need to drag the weight of the night into the light of this morning. Set it down here. I am strong enough to hold what you are tired of carrying alone. Dearest one, you are chosen and known by name. I delight in you. Stay near to me, and I will clothe you with courage, hope, and joy unending. My beloved, I see how deeply you care for those placed in your life. I see the way responsibility wraps itself around your heart, how love and concern intertwine, sometimes leaving you weary and unsure if you are doing enough. Every name you whisper in prayer, every silent plea you breathe when no one else is listening, is known to me. Nothing about your love is wasted. You were never meant to shoulder every burden by yourself. I have shaped you with hands meant to bless, with words meant to heal and encourage. Even when exhaustion clings to you, even when you feel unseen, hear this clearly. You are known, you are remembered, and you matter deeply to me. There are days when you give and give, when love pours out of you so freely that you wonder who will replenish what you have spent. Trust that I am already at work beneath the surface. I am tending the inner places of your soul, restoring you in ways you may not immediately recognize. Just because refreshment is quiet does not mean it is absent. I miss nothing. I overlook nothing. Your faithfulness, especially when it costs you something, is precious in my sight. Pause for a moment and let gratitude rise, not as a forced discipline, but as a gentle noticing. There is power in this small turning of the heart. I name one gift: a sliver of sunlight warming the room, a moment of stillness, a shelter that holds you, a problem that did not break you. These acknowledgments open a doorway into my peace. I am not waiting for eloquent prayers or flawless devotion. I delight in your honest awareness of goodness woven into ordinary moments. Let your breathing slow. Give thanks where you are, trusting that I am already walking with you toward what lies ahead. You have sometimes measured your worth by productivity, by progress, by how closely your life matches the expectations you or others have set. You have compared your pace to someone else's journey and felt behind. But listen carefully. My love for you has never depended on your achievements. I do not love you for what you produce. I delight in your closeness, your willingness to stay connected to me, to let me guide you rather than pushing yourself forward through sheer effort. When the road ahead feels unclear, remember that I do not lead with pressure or fear. I guide through invitation. I open doors in their proper time, and when I redirect you, it is always with tenderness, never condemnation. Do not rush into tomorrow while today's mercies are still warm in your hands. Anxiety often grows where gratitude hath been neglected. Instead of rehearsing every possible failure, train your attention on even the smallest sign that I am near. Place your hand over your heart. Feel its steady rhythm. With each beat, remember this truth: I am closer than your breath. I surround you completely. You are not required to fix everything at once. Take one sincere step, and allow me to shape the outcome. There may be moments when you sense a quiet nudge to share your story, to let someone else see the hope that has carried you through difficult seasons. You might doubt yourself then, wondering if your wounds disqualify you. They do not. Those very places of struggle are where my light shines most clearly. When you speak honestly from your need, others recognize my grace at work. I do not send you out as someone who has everything figured out, but as a living testimony to my faithfulness in progress. Beloved, if these words touch your heart, help us continue. Our community depends on your super thanks to share God's love every day. Click the heart below. Send your super thanks now. Your small act of love builds something eternal. When you feel small, remember that I take great joy in working through humility and openness. I equip you for every conversation, every encounter. I give you the words you need and protect your heart from what would harm you. You are becoming who I promised you would be, even on days that feel plain, slow, or incomplete. My timing is intentional. Nothing in your life is wasted. Every quiet prayer, every unseen act of love, every morning you choose to trust again, these are treasures to me. They are building something lasting. Do not despise the beginnings that seem small or hidden. Mighty trees begin as seeds buried in darkness, strengthened by rain no one sees and warmed by light that works patiently. So it is with you. When you care for those you love, when you serve without recognition, when you remain faithful in ordinary moments, you are sowing seeds that will bear fruit in the season I have chosen. Your story is unfolding under my watchful care, and I am with you, now and always. Rest yourself now, not as one escaping responsibility, but as one who trusts that unseen hands are already moving. I am active within the quiet places of your heart, surrounding you in ways you cannot measure, and working beyond your reach on behalf of those you love and worry over. You are never navigating this moment by yourself. Even when you feel unaware of me, I am near, strengthening your resolve, steadying your spirit, and preparing you for what lies ahead. What feels uncertain to you is already held securely in my care. I stand watch over the people and situations you cannot control. I shield what you cannot protect. I speak where you have no voice. And I give you a peace that is not fragile or dependent on outcomes, a peace born from knowing you are known, held, and cherished. This peace flows from relationship, not circumstance, and it will remain even when the world around you feels unsteady. There is still so much unfolding before you, more truth to discover, more grace to receive, more of yourself to awaken. Stay close. Do not rush ahead or withdraw in fear. Let me guide you step by step. I am attentive to the longings you rarely name aloud, the quiet ache that surfaces when you look at your life and wonder if it truly matters, if you are seen, if you have missed your purpose. Hear me clearly. Every breath you take is precious to me. Every effort, every tear, every silent endurance is fully known. I did not form you carelessly or place you here by accident. You are not one expendable life among countless others. I shaped you with intention and joy, delighting in who you are becoming. You are my beloved child, singular and irreplaceable. When thoughts of insignificance creep in, when subtle lies tell you that you do not matter, do not accept them. Those whispers do not come from me. I am the source of hope, not condemnation. Restoration, not despair. My delight in you does not waver with your moods or your circumstances. Even when you stumble, when regret tightens its grip or shame draws near, I do not recoil. I move closer. I lift your chin. I invite you to meet my gaze and remember who you are to me. Forgiveness is not something you must chase or earn. It flows freely, generously, continually. Mercy is not reserved for the strong or the flawless. It is offered to you right now, exactly as you are. Precious child, open yourself to my light. Let it flow through your being. Together, in love, we will soothe and restore every broken soul. I have set a path before you. It is not without difficulty, and it will not spare you all pain, but it is never absent of my presence. I understand the ache of being human. I know the wounds inflicted by others, and the regrets you carry from your own choices. Yet my grace is resilient. It does not fracture under failure or dissolve in doubt. You cannot out-sin my love or exhaust my patience. There is nothing you must prove to be worthy of what I already give. Come to me when you are empty, when anger simmers, when confusion clouds your thoughts and disappointment weighs heavy. These are not moments that distance you from me. They are the moments when I draw nearest. I hold the grief you cannot articulate. I sit with you in losses unseen by others. I celebrate your quiet victories, the ones no one applauds. Nothing you bring is too insignificant, and nothing is too overwhelming for my care. You long for purpose, and that longing itself is a sign of what I have placed within you. I have woven meaning deep into your design. Every gift, every passion, even every burden carries the potential to grow into something life-giving in its proper time. If you feel lost, do not freeze in place. Take a small step forward. I will meet you there. My spirit often leads not with loud commands, but with gentle guidance, subtle nudges toward compassion, honesty, and love. Begin simply. Choose kindness when it would be easier to withdraw. Speak truth with humility. Repair what is within your reach and entrust the rest to me. The greatness I value does not resemble the world's applause. It appears in forgiveness offered, mercy extended, and courage lived out in ordinary moments. You fear disappointment, of falling short, of letting others down, of somehow failing me. Release these fears into my hands. I never asked you to be perfect. I asked you to belong. When you fall, remember that your worth is not measured by achievements or flawless progress. I look for hearts that return to me again and again, discovering freedom in being accepted. Where you are weak, my strength rises. Where your love runs dry, mine continues without end. Let my faithfulness anchor you. Your journey will move through seasons, some bright with laughter and ease, others heavy with sorrow and strain. When joy comes, receive it fully without fear of loss. It is a gift, a sign of my closeness. When joy feels distant and shadows lengthen, call out to me. I do not abandon you in the waiting. I remain with you in the ache. My compassion has no boundary. Trust that I can bring beauty from what feels broken beyond repair. What seems empty can one day overflow with meaning. I redeem what others overlook. I restore what has been discarded. Even when you cannot see the ending, I am already shaping it with care. Be gentle with yourself, as I am gentle with you. Healing and growth take time. I do not rush your soul. My timing is never neglect. It is love at work, tending to what matters most. Even your waiting holds sacred weight. I am working in ways hidden from your sight. In rest and effort, in silence and struggle, my hand remains upon you for blessing. When you look upon the pain of the world, do not harden your heart. I too grieve injustice and sorrow. Compassion is not weakness. It is the very shape of my heart. You are not called to fix everything or carry every burden. Respond when I stir you. Comfort the grieving. Stand beside the oppressed. Give what you can. Even the smallest acts of love ripple farther than you will ever know. Beloved, I have placed the jewel of my love in your care. Seek out 3 weary hearts and share it. and my peace will cover them like a gentle cloak. I am not unsettled by your doubts or offended by your questions. I created your mind to seek, to wrestle, to long for truth. You do not step outside my care when belief feels fragile. Bring your questions to me. Struggle honestly in my presence. Faith is not the absence of uncertainty. It is trust that keeps walking, hand in hand with me, even when the path is obscured by mist. And I will not let go. I honor every step of this path you are walking. I do not loosen my hold on you, not in moments of clarity, not in seasons of doubt, not even when you feel you are slipping from your own grasp. I will not let you go. Not now. Not ever. There will be hours when you feel invisible, when your faithfulness seems to vanish into the ordinary flow of days, when the sacrifices you make are never acknowledged or named. Yet I am present in those unseen hours. I delight in the devotion no one applauds, in the quiet endurance, the whispered prayers spoken into empty rooms, the choices you make when no one is watching. Nothing offered in love is ever wasted. I notice the resolve that carries you through exhaustion, the grace you extend when you have little left, the tears you allow yourself only in solitude. These moments are not small to me. I gather them carefully, like precious fragments, and I keep them safe within the unfolding story of your life. One day, clarity will come. You will see how those hidden acts shaped more than you ever imagined, and how deeply they stirred my joy. Until then, let this truth anchor you. Nothing, absolutely nothing, has the power to separate you from my love. Not the past you revisit with regret. Not the future you fear. Not the shadows that sometimes rise from within you. My love does not retreat when you falter. It moves toward you, steady and relentless, patient enough to remain when you struggle, strong enough to carry you when you cannot stand. You are seen in full. You are known beyond appearances. You are forgiven without hesitation. You are cherished beyond measure. When accusing voices rise, whether from others or from within, remember who you are to me. You are not tolerated. You are welcomed. You are not on probation. You are at home. My table is always set for you, and your place is never in question. So as you move forward, take courage. My hand rests upon you continually. Wherever your road curves or narrows, wherever uncertainty meets you, I am already there, faithful, attentive, unwavering in my devotion. I remain with you not only in moments of peace, but also in your unrest and in the quiet spaces where your thoughts wander. When the world's noise presses in and overwhelms you, I do not withdraw. I am not distant, nor am I hidden from your searching heart. I know the longing that hums beneath your striving. I placed it there. Your spirit aches for wholeness, for rest, for the warmth of being fully held. That desire is not a flaw. It is a compass drawing you toward me. My love for you is neither fragile nor conditional. It does not thin when you doubt, cool when you stumble, or vanish when you retreat into disappointment. As naturally and faithfully as your breath rises and falls, my tenderness surrounds you. Even now, even when hope feels like a distant memory, you sometimes wonder if I am truly near. When hardship tightens its grip, when sorrow dulls the brightness of your days, hear my assurance. You are not walking these shadowed places alone.